Croeso and welcome to the concourse with two, I would say, over-the-moon, excitable, just euphoric boys. Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, it says it all in Greg's face. Greg, we're tired, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm doing that thing where I'm when you smile, even though you're in a bad mood, it then like tricks you into thinking you're happy, and it releases those endorphins. So I'm just going to sit there.
Yeah, you should smize. Like Tyra Banks used to ask the models on America's Next Top Model to do. Smile with your eyes.
Smile with your eyes. Have you watched the documentary on
No,
Netflix?
but my mum used to watch it, so I would sometimes just be in the room and she'd be watching America's Next Top Model. Really not a Mandy March thing.
No.
Fairy Podmother.
Yeah.
She commented actually on my comment on, I think it was on After Dark last week, calling it a Fairy Podmother.
Is she a fan?
And she liked it
She
big
likes
time.
it.
Yeah,
Good.
So that can continue. But yeah, she used to watch America's Next Top Model for some reason.
Nice.
And they always used to ask the models to smize.
Okay. Am I smizing?
I think you're just looking weird.
Okay.
Anyway, Greg.
Have you heard my fake laugh? Sorry, have you heard my fake laugh?
Yeah, go on. Oh, yeah, I have heard it. I don't know if the people need to hear it.
You don't think the listeners want to...
I mean, you're going to have to do it now, aren't you?
Yeah. I don't know who's going
Can't believe he's done that in front of all our listeners and viewers.
That's my fake laugh.
Unbelievable scenes. Anyway, we're here. It's the Concourse, the definitive weekly Welsh football show. We should add... not the most formal of introductions from us today, but it's a bit of a weird one. We're recording on Friday before the weekend's action, so we haven't got any what's it called?
It's called
the Good, the Bad, and the Cymru. Yes, exactly. We're not going to be able to have that this week because Greg, the man himself, is off to the Czech Republic. Actually, sorry, Czechia these days. Czechia?
I don't know, but we've been
check it out.
We've been told to call it the Czech Republic on. Obviously, I'm not going to be on air, but people who will be on air. So I don't really know why that is because they are going as Czechia. But anyway,
yes, he's on the gravy train flight over to the Central European powerhouse that is Czechia, to a town that I cannot pronounce.
No, same.
No, not even going to try it.
No, we're staying in Brno, which is I think the second city.
That's where friend of the pod, Alternative Wales subscriber, member, social club member, Ralph lives. He's a Welsh fan.
Big
just
Ralph.
shouting him out on the big...
Nice.
Not my cat, Ralph.
No, named after.
Named after, yeah. Lovely man by all accounts. I've not actually met him in person, but he's written for the mag a few times. He's a big supporter of what we do, so I feel like if we're playing Czechia, should give him a shout out.
Yeah,
Lives
nice.
in Brno. Don't know any more of his address, so you can't just rock up at his house. So hope you're well, Ralph.
Yep.
I'm sure he'll be there on Tuesday. So yeah, that's why we're not gonna have the normal weekend pod. But Greg, we have got lots of special things planned for this podcast.
We do.
It sort of fell quite nicely for us, isn't it?
Yeah.
And here we are, recording on a Friday, but you're going to have loads of good stuff throughout the pod. What have they got, Greg?
Yeah, so obviously we haven't got the Good, the Bad, the Cymru, but what we have got, we're going to do a little preview of the women's games coming up, and we've also got a Jordan James mini game to play.
Of course.
And we're going to be hearing from, so obviously we were at the London Welsh Centre, and we're going to be hearing from Ryan and Greg from the past on the red carpet with a few 2016 legends.
Big hitters.
Yeah, big hitters. So that should be fun to go down memory lane and listen back to that. So,
And some Curry House shenanigans as well.
Oh, yeah.
Post event.
There's some good
Still
anecdotes.
reeling from that. Still reeling.
Yeah, same. So we're going to be talking all about that. And it was a special experience. It was a special night. The late night Indian in particular was truly magical.
It really was. You say it was a seven wonder of the world.
I was just about to say the same thing. God, we're good, aren't we?
We are good. Look at this, Greg. We were barely speaking before we recorded because I think we were both on our arse.
Yeah.
We were both... And look at us now.
I feel so much better.
Just like that.
It's the schmizing.
It's the schmizing. It's the forced laughter.
Yeah.
Should we crack on, Greg?
Hell yeah, brother.
Right, World Cup qualifying has started. A World Cup in Brazil is the carrot on the end of the stick for the women's team as they approach a new campaign. Hot off the heels. Are we hot off the heels of the Euros last summer?
No.
Probably not now. There's been a few games since.
Yeah.
Distant past.
Yeah.
The glory heady days of Lucerne and Saint-Gallen. That's how you pronounce it, but...
Saint-Gallen.
Saint-Gallen.
Don't know.
Yeah, it's like Saint-Melon.
Yeah.
The lovely suburb of Cardiff.
I was so confused what you were talking about then. Saint-Melon.
If you're an estate agent, that's how you should, I've got
yeah.
a lovely sort of semi-detached 3-bed number in Saint-Melon.
Yeah, kind of like...
And then you rock up and you're like,
This doesn't
St.
sound
Mellons,
like Sam Mellow.
No.
It's kind of similar to Splo.
Splo,
yeah.
Grange Town.
I like that. That's quite nice.
Good.
That's quite nice.
What's town in French?
Town?
Yeah.
Maison? No, that's home.
No, that's home. Anyway, besides the point.
Is it just Ville?
Yeah.
Because like towns.
Yeah, Ville de Grange.
Ville de Grange. I like that. That's nice.
Good, isn't
That's
it?
nice.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yep.
We need to talk about these games. Two huge important games off the bat. Czech Republic away, Greg. Mm-hmm. You're going to be there.
Yeah.
It's as we're recording, it's Tuesday, but when the pod will come out on Tuesday morning, so it'll be this afternoon. 5:30 kickoff local UK time. Bit of a farce, really.
Yeah.
Why is this happening?
I don't understand how they can want to grow the women's game. As well as to putting kickoffs at that time. Obviously, we're going to be hosting a watch party. So, yeah, when people are listening to this, when this comes out, is the day of the game.
Yeah.
So, hopefully you listen to this before the actual match. Otherwise, it's kind of
you know what
really.
had happened by now.
You'll know what's happened, so it's going to render what we're saying utterly meaningless. But, yeah, we're doing like a watch party. And, yeah, a 5:30 kickoff just makes it very difficult to sort of create any sort of... Well, it should be good. People,
come after work, post-work
fine.
drinks. The whole point of the watch party is for sort of to create a bit of a culture about watching the women's team, maybe when they're not at home.
Yeah.
Off the back of the Euros, and whether you can come with a group of mates, you can come by yourself and find like-minded people. So that's sort of the point of it.
Yeah.
But it does. We are hamstrung then by the 5:30 kickoff.
Yeah, it's just a bit bizarre. So there we go. Put it at 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I think you'll get a lot more kind of casual viewers putting it on and enjoying it. Because if I don't know there's a game on, I won't even bother checking at 5:30 on a Tuesday. Yeah. I'm likely to be
Are you switching over from the chase?
Well, no, probably not.
Because you won't know it's on?
No. I go
pointless.
I'm trying to get pointless answers at that time. I'm not thinking about I'm not thinking about football. And then at about 7:30 I might think, what football's on tonight? And then I'll switch over and have a look. So, yeah, annoying kickoff time. But anyway.
5:30 for me, though, I should say, is very Simpsons time. Back in the day, get home from school, you have your dinner, 5:30, there'd be Simpsons. I believe maybe even on BBC Two back then. Was it BBC Two? Anyway. Czech Republic, Greg.
Yeah.
They are ranked 31st in the world. Wales are 32nd.
Yes.
They are... without doubt, the biggest threat to us in this group. And I should say, obviously, this is a Nations League format. Wales are in League B.
Yeah.
So to qualify, they need to win the group. I think maybe finish second. I should have checked this. But the qualifying for the Women's World Cup is not straightforward.
It's the most convoluted thing in the world.
UEFA just love making things convoluted and they just make it more and more. But it's similar to what happened with the Euros. We've got to win our group and then we play, I think, a team that finished bottom of their League A group.
Yeah.
I think if you finish second, you might play a team that finished third in their League A group, semis, and then you play a winner of another semi and a final. I think there might even be an intercontinental playoffs as well.
If whoever wins that isn't highly ranked enough, or if there's other teams who are ranked higher who qualify, it then pushes you down into that intercontinental playoff. So I think there's a good chance we will have to do that.
Yeah.
And if the higher you finish, so if we win our group, I think we're then seeded for a home. We play at home in the second leg of a semi.
Yes, I believe so.
And then in the final, then if we play a team that's seeded higher, then they'll get the home semi-final second leg. Kind of what happened to Republic of Ireland because they ended up home second leg. Yeah. But in the semis, we were home second leg. So it's quite convoluted. They finished
third in their group. They'd played a second place in League B. We'd won our group and played. I don't know. Anyway, I think it's convoluted. If you're still with us. Basically, we just need to win all our games and hope for the best.
Yeah. First things first, win the group, isn't it? And then go from there. So,
but Czech Republic are going to be the biggest test.
I think
we're starting with the away game. The highest ranked side in the group. They're similar level to us. They missed out narrowly on the Euros, so this is going to be a bit of a marker for this team.
Yeah, I think they're the biggest test of the group, and it's one of them where it's a kind of tricky one to start the campaign off away from home against them, because it's kind of when you play your biggest rival in the group away from home first, it can set a precedent either way for the campaign. I remember we played Belgium away the first match of maybe the Euro 2024 campaign, and we lost. And was it that one or was it the one before? World Cup 2022?
It was World Cup 2022. It was like behind closed doors It was like a random town in I mean, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
No.
And Harry Wilson, we scored a really lovely team goal.
Yeah, it was went up quite early doors, didn't we?
Yeah, and I think we went on to lose 3-1. And then you're sort of always playing catch up in a way then, trying to beat that top ranked team to the number one spot.
But if you get a point out there,
if you get a point, and it's really, really positive, and then you try and get them back to Cardiff and try and get 3 points then. In terms of their kind of recent results, they've Czech Republic sort of given Croatia a couple of hammer-ins, similar to what Wales did in the last campaign. And then they've had tight games against Ukraine, similar to Wales, because I think we beat them both times with a 1-goal deficit.
I think we drew to Ukraine, incidentally. I think we were 2-0 up and drew 2-2. Well, I think. Anyway, yeah. So, very similar to us in standard.
We beat them narrowly away, yeah. So they were around about us. They lost 4-1 to Switzerland in June, which is obviously 8 months ago now. But we beat Switzerland recently,
October, November time.
Yeah,
which was obviously killed that terrible unwinnable run. What's the word?
Yeah.
Not losing streak, because we drew some games in there.
Yeah, not winning streak.
Not winning streak, yeah.
And so I think that's positive. That, I think, like you say, that positive result we got against Switzerland has changed the mood now around this Wales team.
And obviously there's the huge shift as well, because Fishlock is no longer a part of the squad. I mean, I think she's on the coaching staff for this, so she's still in and around it, but she's not a player, obviously just being the linchpin. Linchpin, the right word?
Yeah.
Yeah. The sort of the centre point of everything that this women's team has done over the last 10, even probably 20 years. She's such a hugely important player. But I think sometimes when these things happen, yes, you have this sort of moment of transition. I think the men's team suffered a lot when Bale went, maybe more than we thought they did at the time. But I think when you look back, there was definitely that period. But there are so many exciting young players who are ready to take that mantle, ready to step in, and are now going to get that chance, because not only is Fishlock gone, Kaylee Barton's moved on as well. So there is going to be this change, and I think it's almost exciting because it gives these girls, someone's got to put their hand up now and go, I'm going to be the main person in this team. Yeah. I'm going to be the person, in a way that Harry Wilson has done for the men. And I don't want to keep comparing the two, but that's what needs to happen now, in terms of someone's got to step into those albeit small shoes. She's a small lady.
She is.
But my word, they are metaphorically massive shoes.
Little dragon, as the Americans call it. Yeah. So and she is little, but she was, so I was up the Vale day before yesterday, filming an interview with Fionn Morgan.
Well, you can read more on in Alternative Wales issue 19, available from March the 13th, available pre-order now from alternativewales.com/shop. Link in the description. Get good at that.
So,
like and subscribe.
Yeah, all of that. Fionn Morgan, I should say. She's from Llandelo. Siarad Cymraeg. Yeah. And she spoke so well. And I mean, I've been thinking of her for a while as one of the younger players, because I think maybe in comparison to Sophie Ingle, Jess Fishlock, Kaylee Barton, those senior players.
She's only 25, I think, isn't she?
She's 25, and she's coming up to 50 caps.
Yeah, mostly off the bench, though.
Yeah.
She's been long contested, and
so she is a really good talker, and I think she's part of that crop. Maybe her, and then the likes of, like, Hannah Kane as well, who's had a lot of appearances off the bench, but she scored against Switzerland. And
Carrie Jones,
who's younger again, but still one of those players who's really exciting in an attacking sense, and could sort of, I think basically the rest of those attacking players have got to make up the creative numbers that we lose from Fishlock going. And there will be a bit of a adaptation period, like there was. And I mean, we've had 4 games since the end of the Euros without Jess Fishlock and Kaylee Barton. So, and obviously the first 2 were quite disappointing, losing to Australia.
Which was their last game, Fishlock's last game, wasn't it? Obviously?
Yeah. So, losing to Australia was disappointing, but we did play quite well. And then we lost 5-2 to Poland, which was genuinely really disappointing.
Yeah, we were watching that here when we were flicking that, because it was Cardiff Wrexham the same night, and we were flicking between. And I think we flicked over for one 10-minute period. I think it was 3 mad goals.
Carnage.
I think they scored, we immediately scored, then we conceded another dreadful goal. That was a bit of a point where we were a bit like, oh, where are we going here now?
Which way is this going to go for us? Yeah, because it was But, after that then, we had that kind of double header in Spain and drew with South Korea and then beat Switzerland, like we said. So that was a really positive. So now, like we said, that positive mood is kind of back in a way, and we can go into this campaign thinking, right, it's kind of like a fresh start. Yeah. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how those kind of younger players step up. You've also got even younger ones again, like the likes of Marad Griffiths, who are sort of doing well, trying to break through in their clubs, and then try and translate that over to Wales performances.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing Elise Hughes have a proper campaign as well. Obviously, her last campaign was scuppered by her ACL injury, but I mean, she's sort of a striker you don't see much in the women's game because she's big and she's strong and she's tall, and she can hold the ball up and she can score really good goals, different types of goals. And I think that's the sort of striker that Wales needs. And if you can get her the service, I know like Hannah Kane and Fionn Morgan both absolutely rapid around her. I think that's a good little blend. So yeah, look, Czech Republic's going to be a tough old game. But, you get something from that. You go into a home game with Montenegro on the Saturday, ranked 84th in the world. It should be a routine win. 30 to 80 in the women's rankings, that's a big gulf in class, and Albania, similar rank to Montenegro. It's going to be a two-way shootout in this group between Wales and Czech Republic. And I think we've just got to get a draw, even on the weekend, just sets us up nicely for the rest of that group.
Definitely. 100% agree.
Looking forward to it, though. It's nice to have the women's internationals back as we approach a month of internationals.
Oh my God, this month is going to be so mad in terms of
because by the time
but also fun watching the football.
By the time the men's games come around, then within another I think 10 days to 2 weeks, there's another set of women's internationals as well.
Yeah,
so we're probably looking at 3 international breaks in 6 weeks here, plus then the end of the club season.
Yeah.
Into then the World Cup, hopefully.
Yeah.
And there's a women's international break the week before the World Cup starts.
Jesus Christ. Is there?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I think the women play home on the 9th of June, and I think our first World Cup game would be the 12th of June, I think. So
yeah, it's going to be heavy.
Under 19s Euros in North Wales around the same time as well.
Yeah, I need to keep an eye on that one.
Dear me.
Yeah.
But there we are. This is good. This is what we want. Football is good. There's probably too much football, but I love international football, so the more the better. Sack off club football for all I care.
I like that as a strapline for Alternative Wales and everything we're about. Football is good.
Football is good. It really is. It really is. It really is. Anyway, Greg, the London Welsh Centre. We were very, very lucky to be invited to the 10-year anniversary screening of Don't Take Me Home. Nice to see it again. It had been a while since I'd seen it last. And it's just full of really nice memories, obviously. I mean, it's such a beautiful period of time. And I think, obviously, as I've learned more about documentary filmmaking in general, as I've got to know you and visuals, obviously, king of documentary filmmaking and all things visual. He's not here with us today. Pour one out to the big man, to Charlie.
I thought you were going to pour one on my room floor.
God, no. Just pour one down my throat. I just think what Johnny Owen does in that film, because I think it's made quite quickly, where he's very good with archive. He's incredible with archive. I think that's his thing. You think of Don't I Believe in Miracles and Three Kings, but also music. His music choices are just exquisite. The scene where we destroy Russia in Toulouse. Hello, Vladimir. And he plays Tonight the Streets Are Ours by your man from Sheffield. Why have I lost his name? It's not Richard Ashcroft. It's the other one. Oh dear. Bear with me. I'm going to just Google this very, very quickly. Tonight, I've seen the musical he wrote about it. Not the Euros. The Richard Hawley, of course. Richard Hawley. What a song! What a song for that moment. Beautiful. Anyway, great to see the film. Great to see some of the legends.
Oh yeah, it was class. I mean, we were. Well, you'll hear this later. But we were
in minutes, I'd say.
In a few minutes, yeah. But we were on the red carpet, and I was starstruck. Especially Chris Coleman. He's just got such an aura about him.
He has.
And when he came over to talk to us, I felt excited. a little bit nervous.
He was our first one as well, wasn't he?
He was our first one, and he just appeared out of nowhere. And he's
we were
really
waiting
tall.
for Jonny Williams, weren't we?
Yeah, we thought it was going to be Jonny Williams, and then it ended up, he just walked over, and we were like, shit, we got to do this now. And he's a big man, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I've never felt smaller.
Yeah.
Stood next to you. Well, what are you, Greg? 6'2", 6'3"?
I'm 6'3" 3/4.
6'3" 3/4", 6'2" with your bad neck.
Well, yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Old Quasimodo over there.
Yeah. Oh.
Sorry, mate. And I was sort of stood there, and you'll see this. You'll see this when we show you the clip in a second. But I'm stood there, and I'm looking at the pair of them, and I'm like, they're towering over me, two strapping, handsome young men. I thought, what a centre-back duo that would be. Not much skill from your side. Physicality, Greg.
Come on,
word. Yeah, we all know you're a forward player. I've seen you play,
But
Evan,
I can do a job
compares
at the
you
back.
to Carlos Tevez for
He
crying
does
out loud.
the Tembi Tevez.
The Tembi Tevez.
Which is, I'm going to take it as a compliment.
Yeah.
I'm going to choose to take it as a compliment.
I think you should.
Yeah, definitely. Even though I'm actually from Saundersfoot.
Yes.
But it doesn't have the same ring to it.
The Saundersfoot Saunders.
Yeah, that's better.
Dean Saundersfoot.
Dean Saundersfoot, yeah.
There's a game in there somewhere, isn't there?
There is.
Like on Richard Houseman's House of Games, the answer mash.
Yeah.
And there's which Welsh striker was born in South Pembrokeshire coastal town? Dean Saundersfoot.
Yeah, I like it. It's good.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when we were playing that game of trying to fit Welsh towns into songs.
Sunshine on Neath.
Sunshine on Neath.
Yeah.
There's something there as well. We should do that at some point.
Yeah, Jordan James, if you're listening.
Sunshine on Neath.
Pop it in the Rolodex.
Yeah.
And try and just flesh it out for us. That'd be absolutely massive.
Yeah, cheers, JJ.
But I mean, it was just a lovely night. The boys were on fire. It was really nice. I mean, I think my verdict from the whole thing is James Collins spent all of Euro 2016 absolutely hammered.
Yeah.
The bloke was just there for a jolly.
Yeah. Every
Popped
time
on in the semi-finals.
Yeah, that was it. Every time I came into the room, because obviously I was editing the podcast upstairs after we'd recorded.
Yeah.
So every time I came back into the Q&A, it was just another anecdote of them talking about how pissed they were. And I was like, did you guys actually play any football? Or and
it's incredible.
They kept being like, yeah, we worked hard though, And I was thinking, this is really funny for two reasons. One, at that time, England hadn't reached a semi-final in years.
Yeah.
20 years, I think, actually, since Euro 96.
Euro 96, yeah.
And they must have been so annoyed to see us qualify and then do it, whilst also clearly having loads of fun and not taking it too seriously. And I'm not we all know how seriously they did take the football. You can't get to a semi-final without having a level of seriousness. But the fact that they just seemed like they were having such a fun time, and obviously the players who weren't actually playing that much, it sounded like they were just on the piss quite a lot.
Yeah.
Chris Coleman's told a great anecdote, didn't he, about...
Is this coming up, or is this on stage now?
No, this was on stage.
Okay,
something about how somebody, he doesn't know who, but he's got a strong idea who, basically piled up loads of empty beer bottles outside his hotel room door.
After the Northern Ireland game, I think it was, isn't it? Yeah.
So when he opened the door, there was loads of bottles. And didn't someone say, maybe it was...
his wife was like, maybe it was a Northern Irish fan.
Yeah, disgruntled Northern Irish fan. And he was like, that's so naive of you.
Yeah. Joe Ledley and James Collins shrinking on the side.
Yeah, they were like... it was good. It was lovely hearing all those kind of stories behind the scenes.
And I guess you got to get hammered if David Cottrell's in the squad. So.
Oh, yes. God, yeah.
Anyway, then, obviously, Greg... The night, it happens and the vibes are good, and the Q&A's finished and everyone's chatting.
The vibes were unbelievable,
and the question gets thrown out, as it always does in these situations. Where next? We were talking to Mark Evans outside about his YMCA moment.
Oh, yeah.
And seeing Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Great impression of Trump.
Yes, amazing.
Not like a vocal impression, but like a physical impression. I think he was he just stood there and it was perfect because he sort of stands on, arms by his side, doesn't he? Yeah. Like stands on an angle.
Feet sort of splayed.
Yeah, sort of moves around.
Yeah.
And Mark Evans absolutely nailed it.
He did nail it. It was so funny.
And he was I think he was saying basically how he, the show was so long and they had he said Bocelli was amazing. And then Robbie Williams and who did he do the song with?
We didn't see that bit.
We did. It was dreadful. It probably overlooked. We'd watched the whole thing for our sins. And he was like, by the time the village people come on, he was so excited. He was like, I have to stick around, but everyone left.
Yeah.
And then obviously he ended up on
That's
camera.
when the camera picked him up because he was one of the only ones remaining. That makes sense.
That was fun.
Now. Yeah.
But then the whisper came around us all. There was talk of going back to the hotel bar, 24/7 bar. And then someone said, should we go for a curry? The fateful words, Greg.
Pembrey and curry port. Next stop.
What time was it? It was 11:15, and I thought,
It's got to be too late for a curry. But when you're in London, when you're in the
but
big
is
smoke...
it ever too late for a curry?
No.
And I knew just the place. I'd been there previously for a solo curry.
Oh, so was it your shout?
No, someone had mentioned there was curry houses nearby, and I was like, I can confirm there's 3 in a row on the bend opposite King's Cross as you would walk around to the Welsh Centre. I'd been to one of them before on my way to the Welsh Centre event by myself, solo curry, stuff of dreams. And someone said, the Taj Mahal, and I was like, that's the one. I've been there before.
Yeah.
Checked on Google Maps, open till midnight. Unbelievable. So we all walked around. Probably 15, 16 of us?
Yeah, something like that.
Me, you, visuals. A couple of the FAW crowd. Kerry from the London Welsh Centre. And of course, in that 16,
The big man.
the big man himself. Old Cookie Coleman.
Yeah. And I should say, we're calling him the big man. He called me the big man.
He did, Greg.
And we didn't say the big man. He called me big man.
Yeah. When we finished recording, you just turned to me and said, he called me big man. And I was like, he called you big man.
Yeah, which I think you'll hear later.
I think we got that on record.
I think he said something like, yeah, nice one, big man.
Yeah. Anyway, we're in the curry house. We're having a lovely time. So it's 2 tables of us, basically. We're on one side, Coleman and his crew on the other side.
Yeah.
Mark Evans is there, of course. Another great curryman, I'm sure. and as Chris Coleman goes to the toilet, he comes back and he walks over to the table, arms on Greg's shoulders. Everyone having a good night?
It's like the Vince McMahon. Just...
Yeah.
I have no words for how magical that was.
Yeah. Arms on the shoulders, and I can just see Greg's in a world of pleasure right now. And the aura of the man. I mean, you can see why he like, I'm amazed he hasn't been more successful as a club manager. Because he's such a good, like, leader of men. You'd, like, follow him into battle, and he has this sort of brilliant, like, personality about him. And he said, is everyone having a good night? And we were all like, yeah, thank you, Chris. We're having a lovely night. And I asked a big question then. I mean, the real big question.
Yeah.
What's your curry order? And what did he reply, Greg? Do you remember?
A madras.
A lamb madras.
Yeah.
And that is absolutely perfect, I think.
Yeah, well, that's what you said. You then said that's the curry order of a Euro 2016 semi-final reaching manager.
Yeah, I think I worded it slightly better. I said
paraphrase.
That's the order of a man who got to the semi-finals of the Euros, I think. And he was like, look, he can't deny it.
Yeah.
But it was a beautiful moment.
It was really good. The little back and
moment.
forth between you two.
I think he complimented me on having a fish curry because it was healthy.
Yeah.
To which I said, Chris, I am nothing if not a figure of health. And he laughed.
Yeah, and we should talk about Ryan's curry order because we've addressed this before. He goes for 2 different curries and no rice. Let that sit.
Let
that sink in.
Yeah, I don't do rice. I will stand by it.
Let it sink in. Okay, carry
on. I didn't have a second curry this occasion. I had bhajis and some paratha because it was too close to bed. I didn't want to do it. And don't necessarily have a second curry. I have a second dish. Okay. So that might be a bhaji. That might be like a sagaloo. That might be like a taka dal. The place in Bridgend I go does like curried whitebait. Let that sink in. Sometimes it might be like a paneer dish. So it's always like a secondary dish, which I think gives you more than what rice gives you.
Oh no, Ryan, don't try and rationalise this. This is an absolute disgusting thing that you do, and you just got to own it.
Consider it owned. Anyway, Greg, I think we should hear from some of those heroes of the night. So let's throw back to the Ryan and Greg of the past.
Do you know what we should do is have a, like in kind of like kids programs, maybe on Nickelodeon, they have a little like sound effect to go back in time. Let's drop that in.
We've got the big one early doors.
We're just talking about good times in 2016. Chris Coleman is in our
unbelievable scenes. Who'd have thought it? Chris Coleman, 10 years on. How are you doing, first of all?
10 years older, unfortunately. But I'm doing okay. Wiser? 10 years wiser. Yeah, I'm really good. How are you guys?
Well, we're pretty excited.
Reveling in the nostalgia.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's nostalgic already, really. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's the way it works, isn't it? It doesn't seem 10 years ago, but unfortunately it is, yeah.
When you sort of sit down in the house, quiet moment, and you close your eyes and you go back to 2016, what is that first thing you think about?
That's pretty much every day I do that.
I think we all do it.
No, honestly, there's not a day goes by I bump into someone. I've been abroad a lot, but when I'm home, I live in a place called Winchester. If I go in for a cup of coffee into the city centre or anything, I'll bump into someone. And they always want to talk about, that the tournament and 10 years ago and what happened. So, yeah, there's not a day goes by, I suppose. Or my family, a member of my family will bring it up. So there's not a day goes by that, that doesn't pop into my head.
Is there a particular moment you think within the whole... Obviously, there's so many moments in that everyone remembers and no one forgets. Is there a particular moment within all that you think maybe other people don't have that memory that really sticks out to you as a particularly good memory?
I think the two moments for me is it was the national anthem in the first game against Slovakia. That was something to remember, and it was everybody automatically thinks I'll say the Belgium game, but it was actually the night when we played Russia. When everything was perfect, the weather was amazing, the stadium. Like, again, the Welsh fans, we must have had, God knows how many thousands, and the atmosphere and the performance on the night, that was one of my favourite moments in football.
It's such a complete performance, wasn't it?
Awesome.
If there was one thing, like a sort of like one kind of magic ingredient to that tournament and that run, and I know it's really hard to narrow these things down, but if you could choose one thing about it that really helped push us to that level, what do you think it was?
During the qualification stages, we played away to Belgium, we played away to Israel, and we were awesome, absolutely awesome. And then I sensed that, well, we all did. We sensed a real growth in the confidence in the group. When we got to the tournament, we were on the back. I think we'd lost to Holland 3-2, lost to Sweden 3-0.
Lost in Ukraine.
We lost in Ukraine 1-0. Lost 3 games going into the tournament, but I wasn't worried because we needed the game in Sweden. We needed a tough game. It was good for the boys. And we all had a feel. I know I can speak for myself. I thought we'd progress. I think the general consensus was, well, Wales won't embarrass themselves at the tournament. They'll be okay, but nobody thought we'd progress out of the group. I just had a real good confidence that I genuinely thought we'd get to the quarter-final. Didn't know what would happen after that. I genuinely believed, I thought if our lads can hit the levels they're capable of, we got a chance here, because nobody was looking at us, if you know what I mean. The only pressure on us was when we played Northern Ireland. Because the expectation was on for us to win the game.
After that Russia game especially, it was like, hang on, Wales have got a team.
Exactly, and that was a real tough game. But I thought we had a real good chance to get to the quarter-final before the tournament. One of the biggest things we did was we lit up the path for the teams after us in terms of we can achieve qualification, because we hadn't done it for so long, since 1958. And with every tournament that passes that you don't qualify, the pressure becomes bigger and bigger, So once we qualified, I think we lit up the path for the teams that was going to come after us, to say, listen, we're not always going to get to a semi-final or whatever, but we can qualify. And that builds the momentum. And if you look at Welsh football now, over the last 10 years, it's never been in a better place.
Joe Ledley, the midfield dynamo. 10 years must feel like yesterday, and also at the same time way too long ago.
Oh, it's crazy, when you look back, and the reason why we're here is obviously coming up to 10 years. So, it's gone very quick. More grey hairs, less hair on top as well. But, just a remarkable achievement what we've done. And looking back, it's going to be a great evening, really.
Have you still got the dance moves in the locker?
A bit stiffer than I was playing. I've still got them. I love a dance. Me and my mates always had a dance in Cardiff on Mill Lane. So, they never leave me, that's for sure.
No. One thing we always talk about and sort of wonder, those two kind of suspensions in the semi-final, it was Aaron Ramsey and Ben Davies, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If they weren't suspended for that game, do you think it could have gone any differently, or do you think...
You never know, and I don't want to put... anything on the boys who come in. James Collins, who's a fantastic defender, was brilliant for us with Wales. What he done at West Ham and Aston Villa and whatever clubs he was at, he was fantastic. Same as Andy King won the Premier League as well.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Really underrated midfielder. Don't get me wrong, I think Ben Davis and Aaron Ramsey, you can't replace them. I thought Aaron was fantastic in those Euros as well. I thought he was one of our best players without a shadow of a doubt. Ben Davis, you just know what you're going to get from Ben. He's very steady Eddie. But not just obviously when we look back and say, if we had those players, I just don't think it was our day. I really don't. I think if we had them, I don't think we would have maybe made a final. But it's one of those where you just never know.
Yeah, and you can't think like that. No, I suppose as well.
We went as far as we possibly could, and we're very, very proud of what we achieved. And everyone in that dressing room, people who come in, people around there, they gave it all, and it was just a fantastic group of players.
A lot of people have compared, a lot of players have compared the whole experience like going on a holiday with the boys. You go on a holiday with the boys, and there's usually like a song that's linked to that holiday for some reason. Is there anything like, who was the DJ at the time? Who were the, was there anything that you hear that song and it takes you back to that moment?
Yeah, Chris Coleman was the DJ. We had a few songs before. I can't remember what they were though, but I think it's the Ethan Ampadu song they sing now.
I don't know what that song actually is.
That's what we played on the bus all the time. After the game,
and that got the moves going.
We just got everyone, just buzzing and ready for the next game, and all emotions go out the window then as well. Yeah. So we had loads. Chris Coleman was fantastic on the mic and DJ and stuff like that. So
keeping the spirits high.
Exactly, which you do because you're away for so long.
Yeah, you got to.
You're away for so long, and it's all about having a good time. It's like you said, being on holiday. It's a stag do for us.
Yeah.
We're allowed to have a drink
drinking.
after.
Just some slight drinking.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of drinking as well. But we put in the hard work and the graft as well in training, and the performances on the pitch were fantastic. It was just a great trip all round.
Fantastic. Well, Joe, enjoy your night.
Cheers, guys.
Hope it keeps you nostalgic and
Top man. Thank you, man.
Hello, mate.
Hi, mate. How are you? Right, Greg. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you. How's it going?
Yeah. Fine. You do it your mate.
As long as Wrexham Lager pay us, you can pop it in.
Hashtag
ads. James Collins, how's it going? 10 years on. What's going on with you?
I can't believe it's 10 years to be honest already. I remember my youngest son was born, and obviously he's 10, and it just time has flown by.
Yeah.
And it's mad because 10 years gone, but I still probably speak about that tournament every day. I think we all do, to be fair, don't we?
I just said to Cookie now, when you close your eyes and you sit at home and you're thinking about it, what are the core memories? Like, what is the one thing that you think so fondly about in particular?
It sounds cheesy and very safe, but all of it.
Yeah.
I think the group of players we had, the bond we had and not just the players, the staff, Cookie, the gaffer, Ocean, everyone was in it together, and just on that sort of roller coaster.
Yeah.
Every game, winning a game, and then going on, and the banter we had after the game. Gaffer let us have a beer and sort of celebrate all together, and it was just, honestly, I look back and it's the best 9 weeks of my life, I'd say.
Yeah. Do you think that was the secret then? It was just so relaxed, and it was
I think we weren't talked about as it going as far as we did. But what a team! You look back at the team we had back then. It was a phenomenal team. Obviously, you had Gaz and Rambo, but you look at Joe Allen and Joe Ledley, you've just interviewed, unsung heroes massively the whole tournament. It was just phenomenal. You could have the whole squad here and we'd all say the same. It's probably, like I said, the best 9 weeks.
Yeah, and it's like the overriding thing that people talk about is how fun and relaxed it was. Yeah. And it's kind of it's funny how, not to compare ourselves to our neighbours, but we do tend to. And how they never made a semi-final for years at that point as well. And it's sort of probably quite unique to Wales and other small nations in that we're just so happy to keep going and going and going. It wasn't like
no
the pressure didn't increase. It was just fun.
The wave, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That you get in it and you win. It's like sort of, I can only describe that whole environment, and it's from the gaffer. He's right there. That sort of environment, the relaxed environment, and like a club team. We knew each other. It was like playing with your club teammates. And we sort of knew what was going on back home, but you're not in it, so you don't actually know. And that was driving us on massively outside the hotels, every game, all the fans being there. It was just incredible. And you look back, some incredible individual team performances, but individual performances as well. Obviously, Hal's goal against Belgium will always go down. And the thing about that is, I don't think any of us knew Hal could do it. I'm not sure he knew. I don't think he knew he could do it, and certainly the opposition didn't think he could do it. So he was in. But just everything. There's so many little clips of that tournament you look back at, even from the start, going out there.
Yeah,
just live with you forever.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to ask.
how high can Cristiano Ronaldo jump?
I wasn't marking him. Do you know what? I wasn't marking him. Chesney was marking him, and I tell a story. People ask me all the time about that goal. And I went front stick. I'm marking Jose Font. I'll probably tell it later on. I'm marking Jose Font. So I've gone front stick. And I knew Jose. He was at West Ham with me.
Of course, yeah.
So it goes over my head. But it's gone over my head. And it's probably... It felt like double my height over my head. So I'm thinking it's going out the other side for a throw-in. And I turn round and the geezer's up there. And it's just... Chesney can't do nothing because it's just...
The geezer.
I don't think anyone can do anything.
You can tell me I've been in London too long. Sorry.
Ronaldo.
His knees were sort of like... Chesney's head level. You're thinking that's just ridiculous. So you know, look back.
Sometimes there's nothing you can really do when someone,
you can't,
you know.
like,
I guess when you got out to something like that, you know, it was
you hold your hands up a little bit.
exactly.
Do you know what? We could have had me and Chesney on him, and what you do? He's the best player in the world at the time, probably.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? So
I guess obviously, you know, you were probably one of the senior lads in that squad, so you'd had some of the lesser, you know, the less fun experiences under, you know, previous managers.
Less fun experiences. About times.
People like, you know, so like, I guess you had that comparison, which some of the other lads didn't. But also, obviously, I think a lot of you probably, I think the core of that squad were all together in some of the, you know, the darker moments under Toshak. Was that something that you know, in those moments, you turn to one of the boys and be like, bloody hell, remember when we were getting thumped out in Cyprus? And, you know.
Like, it's going to, I think was that the 4-1 one? Yeah, I think I scored the one, didn't I? As well, I swear. Like you say, a lot of us had seen it. Like, he's talking about the Toshak time. You've got to say, though, he brought Gaz to it. He gave the boys a chance. Look, it might have been a bit not what we were... In the long run, the bigger picture, it worked out. But at the time, it wasn't great, you know. And you look back at teams before me or teams that didn't qualify. Sparky obviously got really close. So you sort of draw on all that to you know, make yourselves better, make the team better. And obviously, you know... We had Gareth Bale. We had Aaron Matt. He was the best player in the world at the time.
Both
all
in
the
peak
boys.
at the same time.
So lucky. That magic combo, and probably the best like a country like us can really expect, isn't it? To have those couple of world-class players and then a really strong core
group behind it.
And then that's when you can really go.
So
on
many
and
in Premier League football at the time as well.
I'm not sure the Gaff would say the same, but it must have been quite easy for him. You 10 really average players defend and just give it to the best player in the world. It's quite an easy team talk.
Yeah, true. That's very true.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, big question then, Greg.
Last one before you go. So we always ask everyone for their tops off anthem. So, you know, Welsh fans love getting their top off. Is there one song that more than any other makes you want to get your top off and really get stuck in?
My music taste is a bit different to all the youngsters. I'd go someone like the Smiths.
The Smiths?
Yeah, don't mind it.
This charming man or something like that. Do you know, like,
good. I could go outside, but I haven't got a top to wear.
I remember so it's off. Going up in Newport, we used to have a nightclub called The Basement, and it was like all sort of indie. Rock music, and
that sounds fun.
When I was playing at Cardiff, I'd get back to Newport, and that would be me, the Smiths. And,
that sounds like the kind of place we'd like to go.
Talking about you, boss. Actually,
you just said your job was easy.
I said it was all you, boss.
Jonny Williams. Fancy seeing New Year. 10 years on.
The ultimate cult hero, I would say. Welsh cult hero. Yeah, got to be up there.
Absolutely. 10 years on, Euro 2016. How does it feel now? You know, it's been such a long time. Do you sort of look back at it fondly, or is it sort of still this sort of mad period of time where you haven't quite processed yet?
I can't believe I'm still playing, to be honest. No, it was incredible. Think about it a lot. An unbelievable experience. Just something we never thought we'd go and achieve. I think I was quite young, maybe the second youngest player at the time, and I was just so blessed and lucky to be a part of such a strong team and just a group of fantastic people, really.
Yeah, and I guess it felt like the whole thing was built on that, you know, that vibe basically around the dressing room and the atmosphere that was created.
Vibe-based.
It was like, and I think that was so infectious to the fans as well, and everyone could see it. Like, can you put your finger on how that happened, do you think? Because I mean, like, you've probably been in loads of dressing rooms, some better than others, you know, and it's got to be one of the ultimate ones.
Yeah, I think most of the credit goes to obviously the gaffer for picking the squad and the personnel, but also making it a fun trip. It was just, we'd meet up, we'd all get on, we'd have a great laugh, and that's huge credit to the manager. And also the likes of Gareth and Aaron, you know, they're top world-class footballers, and there was no time for egos, no personalities like that. It was just like, if they don't have them, then No one else.
No
one else don't even
You're
bother.
not getting away with it.
So they set the tone, and they really did make that togetherness in the group. But phenomenal group of people, and the best I've been a part of still.
Yeah, I can imagine. That day in Bordeaux, you started. Did you expect to start? I don't think many Welsh fans, when the team came out, it was like, Danny Ward's playing. Jonny Williams is playing. Okay.
Yeah.
When did you find out that you were on the pitch?
Found out the day before. Believe it or not, me and Danny were roommates.
Oh, okay.
It was a nervous room. A lot of fighting for the toilet the night before.
Imagine, yeah.
No, we were so excited. We were at an age where we didn't really know what fear was. To understand how big a stage it was as well. We knew it was big, but when you're young, you don't really process it like you would at the other end of your career. But we were just so excited to be a part of the under-15s and come all the way through together, and then start in that game. Probably should have had a penalty as well.
Yeah.
Probably
was
with the
supposed to take
VAR
your
now.
head
They had officials behind the goal, which was literally.
Oh, God, that was a weird period of time, wasn't it?
My head
they
was
just
bleeding,
brought that
and
in,
I was
yeah.
thinking, but thankfully, Hal come on and scored the winner. So,
Yeah.
we got there in the end.
But what's it like for you? Obviously, I always wonder what it must feel like to have a song for you, and obviously the Welsh fans had a good one for you, obviously Super Joniesta. What's that like as a player to hear that being sung about you?
And it still gets sung now.
And it still gets sung now, yeah. Every single Wales trip it'll be on in the pub before, especially. So, how does that feel?
Firstly, I love the song, the tune. I love the song.
It's
So,
a banger.
it's
Yeah.
great. No, it's special. Throughout my Wales time, I had a lot of ups and downs, injuries, and times were tough at times. And whenever I'd come back into the Wales squad, I felt like a huge love from the Wales fan, and it meant a lot to me. So, a real special feeling, and I had a great bond with the fans, and never took it for granted, and loved every minute, really. We had the one with all the Williams brothers as well. So, they're all great. Great songs and great memories, really.
Yeah, amazing.
Absolutely. Right, we do ask everyone the question. It feels like it might be an easy answer now, but Wales fans, as you probably well know, love taking their tops off at any occasion, and sometimes it's a song that makes you top off. You don't have to take your top off, unless you want to, of course. But I'm not going to stop you. Look,
Come with the light.
Yeah.
Even paler.
is there a song that you hear and it reminds you of that time, and you just want to be around the lads, tops off, singing and chanting? It's got to be September, surely.
Maybe Don't Take Me Home.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Do you still
I've been
sing that
taken
around the
off.
house sometimes?
If I had your chance,
not at
I would
home.
be singing that
Yeah.
all the time. I'd just walk around just
Getting the missus
chanting
to
about
sing
myself.
for Johnny.
Yeah.
Well, I can't sing that anymore. My missus won't be happy. So.
So Don't Take Me Home or September for
Earth, Wind and Fire.
Earth, Wind and Fire for your tops off.
Yeah, I did like the Balo one just because it's Gareth.
That's a good one.
yeah.
I love Balo. So,
I
it'll
love
be,
that. Yeah.
To be honest, the Wales fans are amazing and their songs are great. So we're blessed. Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Top man.
Nice one. Happy
Johnny,
days.
pleasure
Thanks,
as
guys.
always.
Nice
Enjoy
to
your
see
night.
you
Nice
guys.
one. Thank you very much. Cheers, mate. See you soon.
All the best. Thank you. Well, thank you, Greg, and thank you, Ryan. You are both handsome, valid, sexy, relevant, and just goddamn funny.
Just hip and trendy dudes.
Hip and trendy dudes hanging out with a couple of legends. I should say within that, I believe we haven't edited this yet, so we haven't watched it back as we're recording. Little peek behind the old curtain. We're flying by the seat of our pants every day of our lives at the moment, Greg, aren't we?
God, yeah, we really are.
But I believe Chris Coleman's audio cut out because our machine broke just as he was telling us his tops off anthem.
The machine didn't break. It ran out of battery.
It ran out of battery because visuals didn't plug it in.
Because he's too
focused on visuals. He's not thinking about audio.
No.
And or power.
He's not head of audio. He's not head of batteries.
No.
He's
We
head
are
of visuals.
hiring for a head of audio now.
Yeah.
Based on that. Keep visuals to visuals.
Yeah.
One trick pony, the bloke.
And you'll be working alongside one of the premier visuals men.
Yeah.
So, you'll be working in tandem with him.
Yes.
Apply within.
But yeah, so I don't know. We actually don't know how much of that chat we had, but it was around the time. And his tops of anthem, Greg, was of course the national anthem.
Yeah, which is hilarious.
The national tops off anthem.
The national tops of anthem.
And I said to him again, I don't know if this is in there, so I might be repeating what's already in there. I said to him, Imagine you stood on the touchline in Bordeaux and you took your top off during the anthem.
Imagine all of our team did.
Yeah, tops off anthem would be insane.
Yeah.
Can we get into Welsh football enough? Can we get into the psyche and the zeitgeist of Welsh football that there'll come a time where maybe it's a friendly or like a game that follows us qualifying where they do a tops off anthem because we've demanded it?
Yeah, so we have the normal anthem, and then followed by the tops off anthem, kind of like the way that Ireland in the rugby have Ireland's call, and they have the Amran. I'm not going to attempt to say it, but they've got two anthems to keep everyone happy. So we'll have the Welsh national anthem, and then we'll have the national tops off anthem.
Yeah.
And then everyone in the stadium takes the top off.
Yeah. If they want to.
Yeah. They don't have to.
They don't
obviously.
have to.
It's like
it's encouraged.
What they'll say is, when they say ahead of the normal anthem, they'll say, please stand if you're able.
Yeah.
So it'll be like,
please stand and take your top off if you are able for the Welsh tops off anthem.
And then what is it? That's the thing. I think down the line...
I try to discover...
Yeah.
Happy Welsh
Max then leads it. He's like...
He's on the pitch. It's like, please welcome fan engagement executive Max St. Jones, who will sing the national tops off anthem. Please stand and take your tops off if you're able.
Your country needs you now more than ever.
Yeah. And then
sing
it all
it loud
goes quiet.
And sing it proud.
And he's just there on the pitch and you're going... He's
got a little surface to tap on for his drums.
And he's like, I try to discover, and then he points to Ben Davis, who's captain, and Ben Davis is like, a little something to make me sweeter, and then he goes to like fucking Danny Ward, whoever's in goal, Carl Darlow, Ken, a little. Oh, baby, refrain. And then he passes on to Ampadu for breaking my heart. And then David Brooks steps out of the line. I'm so in love with you. And the whole crowd's going, tops
I'll
off
be
me
forever.
Red wall.
Yeah. And then when it gets to the little respect, then Bellamy is lowered down on a winch into the middle of the pitch, spotlighted.
As he's going, to me.
Yeah.
And that's not the first time I've done this on this podcast.
No, it's not. I just realised that. Yeah.
Unbelievable. But yeah.
Really good. Yeah. So anyway.
Carried away now. Anyway. Where were we? We were talking about it. Yeah. So some great tops off anthems in there, particularly like James Collins is This Charming Man.
Mm-hmm. That was a great one because that gives us a little bit more variety on the actual playlist.
Would put on record Morrissey, terrible bloke.
Yeah, don't agree with him.
My word, the Smiths were good.
Yep.
Also, him talking about going to an indie club in Newport after games for Cardiff. Big fan. Yeah. I think I even said to you in the interview, we need to remember that.
Yeah.
James Collins, nice to get out for an hour guest DJ slot.
Oh, yes.
It's going to have to happen.
Yes, please. Because he gets it.
He does.
Also, he referred to Ronaldo as a geezer. He was just like, and not even like, he's a bit of a geezer. It was like, I was stood in the box and, the geezer was like 3 foot in the air or whatever he says. And I was like, just call Ronaldo a geezer. I love that description of like,
It's a shame he put his can down because I think he looked great with a can. Nice can of blue Wrexham lager.
And we know that football without cans is nothing.
Absolutely. Anyway, we're just sort of repeating what people have just heard.
Yeah.
But we had a really good time. It was really nice to chat to them all. They're just a lovely, lovely bunch. And you can sort of, more you see them, the more you hear from them, you just understand why it was just such a class laugh.
Yeah.
Anyway, a Jordan James minigame.
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Jordan James, he's done it again. He just cannot stop suggesting games.
System shut down.
Old Visuals can't be here today because he's working hard elsewhere. Like he always does.
He's providing visuals for other people.
Yes.
For other stakeholders.
And on the subject of visuals, we missed a glaring mistake, didn't we, last week?
Yeah, which really, really upset me, actually. So I was listening back to the podcast because I'm a narcissist with Manon in the car. And I played, because I knew that she would enjoy it because she knows visuals and... I knew she would enjoy...
And me. And obviously...
And she knows you, and she knows me quite well.
The slander of me, of course.
Oh, yeah, so that was actually the part that I wanted her to hear. I was like, you'll find this funny. We played it, and I told her what we actually called Ryan, the bit that was bleeped out,
Censored.
and she laughed. And then when we were trying to come up with Charlie's one, she said El Yapo. And I was like, how did we miss El Yapo?
We spent the first 5 minutes of last week's After Dark coming up with Yap puns, and we didn't go for El Yapo.
Yeah. It's unbelievable, really, how we overlooked that, and it's making me doubt everything that we're doing. I don't know if it's worth carrying on after that.
But we've got to. We've got to dust ourselves down. We've got to go again.
Because we're not doing this for ourselves.
Are we not?
No.
Oh, shit.
We're doing it for our nation.
God, we are, yeah. I thought I was doing it for my own ego, but there we go. I'm sure some would agree. Right, anyway. Visuals sent a voice note on behalf of the big man.
JJ.
The JJ.
Jordan James.
Hit the voice note, please.
Good evening, my lovely little boys.
Nice. Good start.
It is 03:23 in the AM.
Disgusting.
I am walking back to my hotel after finishing work.
Just guff that we don't need to hear.
And I literally just had a message from Jordan James sending me a new game.
Why is he up so late?
I think he should be in bed. He's supposed to be recovering from injury, but, he's awake. He must be tossing and turning and thinking about all the new games.
Have you listened to this?
Anyway, this week's game, and I think it requires a lot of admin actually from YouTube, unfortunately, and some checking and some referencing and some ideas. But Jordan, is looking for
mask slips.
Best five-a-side team each of you can come up with.
Windy in London.
It is windy, yeah.
That is based on
get it out, Charlie.
Welsh players who speak Welsh, and it's all in the spirit of St. David's Day,
of course,
which is this coming Sunday.
Okay, you've already listened. There's the extra minute now that he talks worth listening to. We know what the game is now.
Yesterday, when this pod comes out, actually, I think.
I can't remember.
But yes, I am looking for the best five-a-side team each of you can come up with. Based on
stop it. He says it's the we don't need to hear anymore.
He's just said it twice. There's another 30 seconds.
But he basically said the game is, for those who didn't hear it over the wind, is he's a one-trick pony at the moment. Same game from last week,
but slightly different
rules. So it's pick a five-a-side team of Welsh internationals who can speak Welsh. He does say at the end.
Yeah.
He does say at the end that women are included, as we are in the women's international break, and that might make it easier, broaden the pool slightly.
Okay.
So same goes for last week, Greg. We go one each.
Yeah.
We alternate. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And then I think we're just going to have to agree between each other which team is better.
Yeah.
Because we haven't got an independent adjudicator.
We can't dial Charlie in because he'll be asleep.
Yeah, and we can't take it to the Court of Arbitration for Sport either.
No, because they're busy.
Do you want to knock next door neighbour?
We can ring someone. Should we ring Max then?
No, he doesn't need another platform. Who could we ring? I might just I'll just do a voice call in our sort of Wales Away WhatsApp group.
Great idea.
See who answers.
Great idea.
Okay. Right, Greg, should we do the old rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first?
Yeah, and to avoid...
rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay? And also, we've got to remember for audio listeners, right, who people are going to have to listen by audio, because I know people like listening in the car. I'd rather you watch. We'd rather you watch.
But we need to remember that audio is important as well.
So if it's a draw, we should say it's a draw.
Yep.
Because we've got to be descriptive.
Yep.
Okay? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Come on.
Greg wins.
1-0.
It's a Dwayne the Rock to a scissor sister. I prefer scissor sisters for the record. I really don't.
Me too.
I don't like Dwayne. Something about him.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Is he going to... No, we won't talk about that.
No,
it doesn't indicate any wrongdoing anyway.
Of course not. Of course not. Right, Greg, kick things off, please.
Okay. This is massive.
It's huge, Greg. This could be redemption.
I need this. I'm 3-2 down, and I hate to say it, but this is probably my wheelhouse. I'm going to start with Aaron Ramsey.
Nice, solid start. I'm going to start where I struggled massively last week. A goalkeeper, Di Davis, a Welsh legend, Welsh nationalist legend as well.
Yeah,
and his daughters still do Wales Away. I've met them a couple of times. Good crack. I think we were in Dublin actually. I met them for the first time.
Nice,
lovely ladies. Greg.
Okay, so you've gone for a goalie. I've got Aaron Ramsey. Okay. Fucking hell. I need to... And women's as well.
I've got a fib lined up here. Just to sort of throw a little warning.
Ben Davis.
Nice, that was one I was thinking of. Instead, then I will go... Your friend of mine, Joseph Allen. Full name Joseph? I don't know. Josep Allen.
If he was from the Balkans,
yeah.
Like the big man.
Franz Ferdinand.
No, I was thinking of Josef Princip. Is that his name?
Franz Ferdinand wasn't. What was his name? Gavrilo Princip.
Gavrilo, different guy. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Forget that then. Okay, so I've got Ben Davies and Aaron Ramsey. I think it's fair to say my team's looking pretty fucking good right now.
But where's he going to go next?
Yeah. Right. What level of Welsh speaking do we need? We need to agree on this.
They've
I've got
done like an interview in Welsh. You've seen them speak Welsh out loud. Was that a cat scratching at your door then? It sounded like. Oh, we might have an interrupter.
Hello?
Greg's taking his microphone with him so he can report on what's going on. Nothing, anything?
I feel like Jeremy Bowen.
No idea.
War correspondent.
Oh, right.
Yeah, no, it was just something posted through the letterbox. Because I've got one in my mind that I know has like learnt it, but like can't speak it now, but has been on a programme.
Now.
They've been on Iaith ar Daith.
No, I'm not having it.
No?
No. Because if it's one of the two, I think I know neither of them. If you were to speak to one of the two that I know have been on Iaith ar Daith and it's opened in Welsh, I don't think they'd be able to have a basic conversation with you.
Fine. Okay. Fine.
I think they were very much just for the programme.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Which is fair enough. It's good.
It's good.
I'm assuming you're thinking of Fishlock and or Joe Ledley.
Yes. Yeah, I was thinking I forgot that Ledley was on it. I was thinking of Fishlock. Big John Hartson.
Nice, solid. Okay, good. I'm gonna add a bit of pace. Someone we've already mentioned today on the podcast. Llandeilow's own Fionn Morgan. Fionn Morgan.
Morganog. Okay, so I've got Ramsey, Ben Davies. Who did I just go for?
John Hartson. I've got Di Davis, Fionn Morgan, Joe Allen.
Laura McAllister.
Solid. Was in my mind as well. One of a few people who probably came from that generation to speak Welsh in the Bridgend region, so fair play to the woman.
Yeah.
I mean, what a woman.
What a great woman.
She might be listening. She sometimes does. Hi, Laura. Right. I just had one in my head. I'm going to go for a bit of fresh blood, a bit of defensive resilience, because I've got two like nice sort of more attacking players. Joe Allen obviously can do a bit of both. Dalan Lawler.
Nice. I've got another. I've got one in my mind who I'm pretty sure does speak Welsh, and it would solve my goalkeeper conundrum. Because at the moment I haven't got a goalkeeper. Pretty sure he speaks Welsh. If he doesn't, what happens? Can we have one check each? Or is
I think we're going to have to do a little checkery doodah.
Let me just think that
Czech Republic.
Checha. Shut up. He's trying to get in my head now because he knows that he's in trouble because I'm fucking on the precipice of victory here.
Go for it.
I'm serving for the game. You've gone for Joseph Allen, haven't you? Mm-hmm. There's obviously another one that's similar named. Terry Orath was a great Welshman, but I don't think he spoke Welsh, did he?
A Grange Town boy.
He was very patriotic, but about the language, but didn't speak it, I don't think.
A lot of the greats from that Flintshire region as well, which didn't speak Welsh.
Like Ian Rush and stuff,
Yeah, Rush, Speed, obviously then Southall and Joey Jones from Llandudno, not necessarily Welsh speakers either.
I'm going to lock in Wayno and Sano. Pretty sure he speaks Welsh.
Yes, I was thinking of Wayno and Sano, obviously Anglesey boy.
Wayne Hennessy.
Yeah, I don't think I've really heard him speak Welsh though.
That's not to say that he can't.
No, it's not to say that he can't. Wayne Hennessy. Right, if he went to a Welsh-speaking school, then I think it's fair to say he's got enough Welsh. He just probably doesn't use it in interviews, which I'm going to check. Obviously, Bo Maris, I think, born in Bangor. Obviously, everyone was in that region. Hennessy is a fluent Welsh speaker and was educated at Ysgol David Hughes and switched to Connors Quay High School as it was easier to travel to Manchester. So, according to Wikipedia, I'm just going to look at the citation. Wales players told to learn words of national anthem. 22nd of March 2011. Wayno and Sano's in.
That feels fucking massive.
That feels big.
That's a strong side.
Is that your 5 now?
That's my 5.
Wayno and Sano. Daddy Davis. Aaron Rambo Ramsey. Laura Mac the Knife McAllister. And who's your last one? Big John. Bosh. Hartson. Bash. Okay, right. I'm currently on Di Davis, Dylan Lawler, Joe Allen, Fionn Morgan, and I think I need some goal scoring nous here. All I've got in my head is Malcolm Allen at the moment.
Yeah.
Famous Welsh speaker, not necessarily the greatest Welsh striker of his generation.
Sorry, yeah, I'm just writing them.
I've got also in my head Owain Tudur-Jones would make a handsome 11 of Welsh footballers. Maybe not an all-time 11 of Welsh footballers. I'm sure he would also admit that. Also, tallest 11 of Welsh footballers, he'd be up there as well.
Yep.
Dear me. Strikers. Who can put the ball in the back of the net? Because you've got Dylan Lawler, safety at the back. Di is obviously Di. You got Joe Allen pulling strings, Fionn doing all the running, creating. But for who, Greg? Who is putting the ball in the back of my net?
So, remind me your team. Dylan
Lawler, Di Davis, Joe Allen, Fionn Morgan, and a striker who can speak Welsh that I cannot think of in this moment. Who is it? Who's scoring my goals? Who is scoring my goals?
Sure. What I could do right now would be to distract you, get under your skin, sing a few songs like you did to me last week.
And that's fine. I can operate
Which was
in
disgraceful.
I can operate in those conditions better than you.
Yeah, that's true.
And we all know that for a fact. That is one of the great things of having the neurodivergent mind I have. I am a competent multitasker.
Yeah.
Have loads of tabs open in the mind at once. So I've got one open here now.
Tabs of the mind.
Wikipedia.
Oh, he's playing for time. I'm fucking... This is
tough. This is tough. Do I go to the Cymru Prem? It would be risky. But I think I've lost this anyway. I think your squad is better rounded than mine.
If you get a big one, there might be a conversation to be had.
No, neither. I mean, John Charles didn't. Obviously, a lot of those Swansea, like the Swansea crowd, didn't. A lot of the Valleys crowd didn't. Obviously, I've spoken already about Flintshire. It's on record. Gwynedd is a bit of a dead zone for Welsh international footballers, much to everyone's chagrin. And then you're looking at Carmarthenshire really, or like a Cardiff Welsh speaking. But I don't think there's many like Plasmal, Glantaf people have gone on to play for Wales off the top of my head.
There's a few modern ones that you could, like in the current squad, there's quite a few Welsh speakers, yeah.
Dylan Lawler, Ben Davis, Joe Allen. I'm trying to rack my brains for a Scorio interviewee. Oh, well, I'm just going to go Malcolm Allen then, because at least he'll have a good bloody time. Do you know what? It's not even worth ringing the group, Craig. I think
that's a shame because I wanted to ring the group.
Yeah, but I think there's only one winner there, isn't there?
Yeah, I think I'm
going to concede that. So, Greg, well done, 3-3.
Hey, well done.
Who were the other Welsh speakers in the
I was just trying to think,
squad?
maybe you named them, to be fair. I'm just trying to think now. I'm sure there was more than that. But yeah, Nico doesn't speak
Nico
well.
doesn't. Obviously,
Harry
that Wrexham area. Apparently, Harry Wilson can understand some Welsh, but his mother's a Welsh speaker, but his father isn't, and he didn't go to a Welsh language school.
I'm sure there's more, but I can't think who now.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's that sort of... I mean, Conor Robertson go to the Welsh-speaking school in the Neath Valley, whereas... What is that? Eslavera? Is that the comp that Ben Davis went to?
Yeah, Eslavera as well,
I'm sure there's a women's player who went to that comp as well. Anyway, look, it's fine. It is what it is. Well done, Greg. That's a nice victory for you, and I hope you can enjoy it. It keeps the game going. 3-3. Very nice. Very enjoyable. So, yeah. Anyway... that was nice. That was fun. That was a lovely, enjoyable podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you enjoyed Czech Republic. I hope you're enjoying Czech Republic as we speak. We'll catch up a little bit more on the Czech Republic extravaganza and everything that's going on next week in the Concourse After Dark, which will be available for anyone who is a member of the Alternative Wales Social Club. On that note, we'll be announcing our pre-match socials soon. If you're listening before the women's game this evening, then come along to the Canopy to watch it if you're in the Cardiff area. Become a member of the social club, the magazine, the events, all the fun and games. The magazine's coming together nicely. Hopefully, by the time you're listening, it has gone to print. If not, then we've got a bit of a problem on our hands. But I think
I've still got to write my article.
I've set my deadline to sort of Wednesday.
Yeah.
We got the MG Cup final this weekend, so we can talk about that in next week's After Dark. Unless TNS win, then we won't talk about it. We'll just pretend it never happened. But anyway, Greg, a pleasure and a privilege to be here in your house of all places. So we've ticked off both our houses, the Canopy, the Lansdowne,
The London Welsh Centre.
The London Welsh Centre.
Yep.
Will we ever record in visuals as home?
Well, probably not. We're not allowed in, are we?
No, God, no.
If anyone has any venues they'd like to suggest we go to, and a sort of on an alternative Wales road show of sorts, let us know.
That's an idea, isn't it? If we qualify for the World Cup and we're starting to get a couple more listeners, I think a road show's on the cards.
I think it'd be fun, like the old Radio 1 road show, didn't they? Used to
football
do.
clubs around Wales. Anyway, I
That'd
can
be
see
great
the red light flashing on this camera, so it's probably time. I think that's telling
Running
me.
out of memory.
Wrap it up.
Yep, cool. All right.
Goodbye. Speak to you next week.